Now, we all know there's a large amount of morning routine videos on the internet and people showing what they feel is the ideal way to start their day. There's no right answer, although there might be some poor ones. Let's take a look at some of the most popular and effective practices based on science, logic, and experience. In no particular order, we start with waking up early, avoiding the snooze button. Apart from catching the sun rising, there's something uplifting about getting out in the early hours of the morning to do something beneficial, like going to the gym or going for a walk, when it feels like the rest of the world is still sleeping and the roads are clear. Here's a short clip here of neuroscientist Andrew Huberman, who talks about the importance of getting sunlight in your eyes in the early parts of the day.
This is grounded in the core of our physiology. There are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of quality peer-reviewed papers showing that light viewing early in the day is the most powerful stimulus for wakefulness throughout the day, and it has a powerful positive impact on your ability to fall and stay asleep at night. So this is really the foundational power tool for ensuring a great night's sleep and for feeling more awake during the day.
Next up is breakfast. Unless you're specifically fasting, eating a balanced breakfast is crucial. It helps to stabilize our blood sugar levels. It gives you energy for the next few hours, as well as helping cognitive function and physical performance, which you will certainly need to take on the day. Exercise. A moderate amount of morning exercise boosts endorphin levels in the body, improving our mood and our energy. It enhances metabolism and makes you feel great physically and mentally. You go about your day knowing you've already done your bit to stay fit and healthy. Next up is making your bed. This one is not so complex. Many of you may have seen the video whereby the Navy SEAL Admiral emphasizes the importance of making your bed first thing in the morning. Firstly, it gets the ball rolling. It builds momentum. The idea behind it is that you've completed one task already for the day, which will give you a tiny kick of dopamine, which you can take into your next task or piece of work for the day. Secondly, you will thank yourself at night when you go to sleep and your bed is already made. It feels nicer and comfier, and you may just sleep a tiny bit better for it. Another popular practice in the morning is repeating affirmations. Certain affirmations that are specific to you can positively influence your mindset. You might have a particular message to yourself for that day. For example, if you have a big job interview coming up. By being up early and repeating it to yourself, you build trust within yourself to achieve that goal for the day, building resilience and motivation. A crucial point that's often overlooked is hydration and avoiding caffeine for 90 minutes or so after waking up. But let's start with water. Water is going to be the most important liquid to consume at the very start of the day, especially if we plan to exercise. Novak Djokovic swears by adding lemon to his water in the morning to wake up his metabolism. But hydration is key, as a huge percentage of adults still do not consume anywhere near enough water on a daily basis. In terms of caffeine, in a survey done by usemotion, 43% of Americans say coffee is the most crucial part of their morning routine. But waiting 90 minutes or so after waking up to consume any caffeine allows adenosine levels to rise slightly, making caffeine more effective at blocking receptors and keeping us alert through the day. To drink it straight away after waking could cause more of a crash effect at some point during the day.
But most people do quite well to ingest 100 to 200 milligrams of caffeine prior to doing some focused work. And again, I recommend delaying your caffeine intake to 90 to 120 minutes after waking, unless you are using that caffeine to really jolt your system before a workout.
Next up, we have taking a cold shower. This is becoming more and more popular these days, but so effective. Cold showers stimulate circulation and can boost alertness by activating the sympathetic nervous system. They can help reduce muscle soreness and inflammation, promoting physical recovery, but even better in the mornings, giving you energy and a real buzz to start the day. However, Huberman suggests avoiding cold exposure for around 4 hours or more after weightlifting, as this can affect the benefits of the workouts as your body reacts to the stimulus provided by the cold exposure over the stimulus provided by weight training. Journaling. Journaling in the morning allows you to write with a clearer mind, to get your thoughts out on paper early before they are influenced by a long day and all that comes with it. This allows us to have a better mental clarity, but also reflecting on the past allows us to look at ourselves to improve. And so in the morning, we can start the day with intention, positivity, and optimism, as well as a clear mind to focus on the present. Next up is such a simple practice, but so worth it: making a to-do list, prioritizing important tasks. How many people have a rough plan for the day in their head? Then they amble about their day doing bits and bobs, but often forgetting small things as a result of the disorganized planning. This is a vastly underrated exercise that could take only about 2 minutes, but by having an organized to-do list, it decreases stress by putting the plan in our head onto paper, so we have less to actively think about, and then ordering it so the most important goals we have can be focused on and completed. It also helps us managing our time. The next one is something we should avoid in the morning, and that is looking at your phone. So many people are guilty of using their phone before they go to bed and checking it the second they wake up, me included. Many people even have it on whilst they sleep to have white noise in the background. But why should we avoid it at the start of the day? Well, starting the day with overstimulation, or that cheap hit of dopamine, encourages us to do the exact opposite of the practices on this list that make up a good morning routine. But imagine the first thing you see on your phone when you wake up is requests or emails you'll need to reply to. These problems aren't for now, they're for later in the day, and they don't fill you with enthusiasm when you see them. The next one is often overlooked, but really helpful to us, and that is having a consistent wake up time each morning. This helps our body clock and regulates our circadian rhythm, which in turn can boost your mood and cognitive function. Have you ever had naps during the day or slept for too long on a Sunday perhaps, and you wake up feeling like you've been hit by a bus? Having a good solid sleep pattern will help you to feel alert and consistent. Lastly, we have mindfulness and breathing exercises. By completing just 10 minutes of this in the morning, it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, promoting relaxation, reduction of stress, increasing mental clarity, and setting a positive tone for the day. Again, when it's done early in the morning, there is usually more general calm and quiet before the busy world starts its day. The less distractions you have, the more focus you can apply, and that's also partly why it helps with mental clarity. Are there any of these that you do already, or are there any on this list that you would like to do? Tell us your experiences,